guys, welcome back to Make That Sea Change. Paul here again with you. Today I'm going to follow on just from a post I did a couple of weeks ago on how to sell essential oils online. And today I'm going to just want to follow on that and talk to you about two of the major manufacturers or companies or brands within the essential oils markets. And so that's doTERRA versus Young Living, and just review their multi-level marketing programs, because if you're going into essential oils, they are effectively the main way to sell them. So, and just on some questions I'd been asked and I just wanted to come in and write about and talk about that today. So we're talking about Young Living and we're talking about doTERRA. They are both well known, massive sales per annum. I think both of them are around in the $1.5 billion range. doTERRA is a slightly bigger company than Young Living. And for all intents and purposes, and the doTERRA people who are listening right now are about to go off their nut, and so are the Young Living people, but there's not a lot of difference between the products that I can tell. We do use them a lot here. My wife uses essential oils and is quite an avid fan of them. I like them, I use them. They have some good benefits for me in certain areas. We use both, and these ones here I can't actually tell the difference between the smell. I've got lavender here for both of them. Other ones do have slightly different aromas. Peppermint's one smells quite different. So again, it could be something that you're doing, but for all intents and purposes, as I talk about the multi-level marketing programs platforms here today, I am making these comments under the assumption that the oils are pretty similar and the cost is pretty similar. doTERRA is slightly cheaper than Young Living, I've noticed as I've been doing the research. I didn't actually notice that before today, but that's something I have noticed. Again, Young Living people will tell you why theirs is more expensive. doTERRA will tell you that people will tell you why theirs is cheaper. One thing I do know is doTERRA and Young Living people don't tend to work and play well with others. Some of you probably just turned this video off, but that's how it is. But anyway, let's talk about the multi-level marketing platforms that they both have. Now, multi-level marketing, for those of you who haven't really been involved in that sort of thing before, sort of started out in the party plan type business model, whereas think of Tupperware, think of Arbonne, think of Mary Kay, essential oils has always been one. There's heaps, and I thought of them all before and they've all disappeared, but that's what MLM products are. Effectively, you sign up as a member to these platforms and then you make commissions based on the sales. So for every time I can convince you to buy a bottle of the doTERRA Lavender Essential Oil, I get commission. Where the multi-level marketing comes into it is if I can not only convince you to buy it, but convince you to become a member yourself and then sell them as well, I not only get commissions for the ones I buy, for the ones you buy, I get commissions for the ones that people underneath you buy. Pyramid scheme, yep. Not unethical and not illegal, and not one that I would say too much in a derogatory sense, but there is definitely a hierarchical arrangement to it. And I guess the other thing straight off the bat is if you are looking to sell any sort of product in the online environment that involves a multi-level marketing platform, you will need to work hard to make the money. Only the top percentages make money. It's not I'll just start selling oils and off I go. You do need to constantly be selling and cultivating and doing all that sort of stuff. You have two options. You can do that in the online world, or you can go and hassle all of your friends and get them to hassle their friends and get them to hassle their friends until you sit at home on a Saturday night with no friends because you've hassled them all to death. But again, people do that and people make great money out of it. I remember friends of my parents growing up, they sold Amway and they were making squillions out of it. Didn't have a lot of friends, but were making a lot of good money and had massive marketing downstream lines in it. So that's what they are. So let's have a look at the two programs. So let's start with what the programs entail. And I will say right from the start, and I think I said this a minute ago, that the programs are very, very similar. There's not a great deal of difference between the two programs. And having a look at which is in the post, the potential earnings for each of their ranks, it's not a great deal of difference between the two, to be honest. So if you're someone who loves doTERRA, go doTERRA. If you're someone who loves Young Living, go Young Living. doTERRA oils are slightly cheaper, as I said, and on the comparison charts for how much you can make, in the lower to medium ranks, we'll go through ranks in a second, but in the lower to medium ranks, struck match between the two. Once you get to the executive level, Young Living people tend to make a little bit more money, which is interesting because of the way the commission structures work for the two companies. So I'm guessing it might be just the fact that Young Living's a little bit more expensive. Anyway, so with doTERRA, you can join in two ways. You can become a member, and a member gives you 25% off all discount off all products. It gives you a free product at each yearly membership renewal, which I imagine would be, I couldn't find actually what that was, but I imagine that would be an oil. And you get access to their, what they call theirs, the doTERRA loyalty program, which I'll go through the loyalty programs in a second. With a plain membership, it's $35 per annum to join, $35 to join straight up, and $25 per annum after that. You can buy one of their big starter kits, about $1,200 worth, and that will give you free membership. But that's what doTERRA have now. Young Living doesn't have anything like that. It takes you straight to a membership, which is essentially what doTERRA call their wellness advocate. So in doTERRA, you have a wellness advocate. That's what allows you to get the commissions. Within Young Living, you join as a member. You need to purchase a starter kit to become a member, and that's anywhere from $50 up to about $300, $297, I think, to be exact. That depends on where you are, because obviously with exchange rates, the amounts change. So, but once you've joined either company, once you join, whether you're a wellness advocate for doTERRA or whether you're a member for Young Living, you earn flat commissions based on people who make sales underneath you. So if I join, I get my 25% discount with doTERRA. It's 24% discount with Young Living. So there is a percentage discount difference there between the two, which then, look, if I'm being honest, if you got 25% discount with doTERRA and their oils a little cheaper to start with, you're going to be paying a little bit less for oils than what you are for in Young Living. I actually did some figures here. The lavender, these two essential oil things, they're both 15 mil. As a member for Young Living, this will cost me, and this is in Australian dollars. This is 39 Australian dollars. This is 28 Australian dollars. Without non-membership, 39 Australian dollars, 30 Australian dollars. So, around $10 difference between the two, and moving over the US and all those sort of things, they're all the same. I'll go through the PVs for these in a second as well. So you earn flat commissions based on that. You earn level commissions or ranking commissions. In doTERRA, they call it uni-level. In Young Living, they call it ranks. Now, the rank, you'll see them all. You all start as a distributor or a starter member or something like that. And then a lot of them they'll go through things like bronze, silver, gold, diamond, executive, I think they have in Young Living, and so on and so forth. See if I can find them very quickly for you. So in Young Living, they are called, you go distributor, star, senior star, executive, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, crown diamond, and royal crown diamond. In doTERRA, you go through, sorry, I should have had this up and ready, but in doTERRA you go through it's just opening up, but you go through very similar. So what happened, how the rankings work is I sign up as a and there it just talks about levels, it doesn't actually talk about what they're called. Hang on, let's try a different one. doTERRA go through managers, and then you have silver, gold, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond. So very similar names and very similar in what they have. Now, with your commission rates, the way that it works with your rankings is that, so I sign up, and then I sign up a friend of mine, that's my first level downstream, so they're my first level. I earn commissions on what they purchase, So every time they make a purchase, I earn a commission on that, and I'll talk about the rates in a second. And both companies are the same with that. Then what happens is the more people I sign up, the more people I have under me. I make commissions on all of them. And then, so if I sign up John, and then John signs up Mary, Mary becomes my second level. So it's me here, John, and then Mary. So you can see how the pyramid's starting to join. Now for every sale that Mary makes, John gets a commission and I get a commission. So I'm getting commission on Mary as well, because she's come in through someone that I've referred originally. So you go down your levels. Now the more people you have underneath me and the more levels you have, the more commissions you'll make. So each person then adds to your commission. So obviously the more people you have, the more you make. And that's the basis of how it works. There are some variations to it though. So not only does it work on how many people you have, but obviously the more they purchase, not only does that increase the rankings that you get, but it also increases the commissions that you get. So how it all works is, if I purchase lavender essential oil from Young Living, I personally get 24 PV points, or now what are they called? They're called different things for each person. And I had written it down somewhere. They say it differently in each one. Sorry guys, I should have had this. Personal volume makes sense, doesn't it? So me purchasing lavender essential oil, I'll pay $39 for that because I'm a member, and I'll get 24 personal volume or PV points. So for every, it works out roughly for every US dollar I spend. These companies are all based in the US, and that's why I said before it's the prices vary, but the PV doesn't. So this would cost around 24 US dollars for members, which means I get around 24 PV. doTERRA actually pay a little bit higher PV for theirs because this is worth 25 PV, even though I'm paying I would be paying $28. So it's their PV rates are a little bit higher than Young Living as well for some products. Now it's not an exact science in that respect. I'm sure it is from their end, but from the layman like me, it's not an exact science. So sometimes their PV will be high for certain products, some will be low. My wife bought a essential oil lip gloss the other week and it cost I think $15 and she got 3 PV for it. So who knows how they work some of them out. But essentially for every dollar I spend, I get PV points. I need to spend 50, and this is something that most multi-level marketing programs do. So where I said before that I make my purchases and then John joins up. If John can spend $1,000, but if I don't spend enough of my own in my own personal account to earn 100 PV, I don't get any of John's commissions. So I need to be constantly purchasing as well. And then John's the same. So if John's there and Mary doesn't purchase, if Mary purchases $1,000 and John doesn't make his 100 PV, John gets no commission. If I make my 100 PV, I get the commission. So everybody who's a member, if they want to earn their commissions, and Young Living or doTERRA are the same, if you don't spend your $100, you're not going to get any commissions. Now, where the rankings go is that I can have, so say I've got 15 people on my downstream and they're all spending $50 a month. As long as I make my $100, I'll get their commissions. But if my colleague, someone else who sells essential oils, has 15 people and they're all spending $1,000 a month, he or she's going to go into a higher rank than I will, because rankings are also determined by what we call organisational volume, or OV, which is how much money, how much is spent, or Young Living call it OGV. So it's still the same thing, but OGV, organisational group volume or organisational volume in doTERRA. But essentially it's all the PV that people underneath you earn by making purchases, added up to give you an OG and OGV level. So for example, in Young Living, if I am, say I'm a senior star level, I need to make my 100% sales, my 100 PV in purchases, so I need to spend about 100 US dollars worth, so which is about 160 US Australian dollars. So I need to purchase that. And then I need my people underneath me to make 4,000 personal volume points for me to go to that level. So I can have 100 people underneath me, but if none of them are purchasing, I'm still not going to go up the level. So to earn your commissions in both these, doTERRA and Young Living, not only do you need to have people underneath you, but they need to be purchasing. That's where the money's made. That is how the multi-level marketing works. So what commissions do they pay? There is a difference here between Young Living and doTERRA. doTERRA do what they call a rising commission. So for every new person I sign up, if I sign up a new person with doTERRA, I get 20% of their sales, of their purchases for the first 60 days. After 60 days, they go into my ranking pool as a downstream. I get 2% commission on what they purchase. If I was with Young Living, when they sign up and they purchase a starter kit, I get about $60 commission, flat commission for that. Then they go into my pool and I get 8% for their purchase moving on. So Young Living starts up high, doTERRA starts low. As we move through the ranks, so doTERRA's percentages go up as I move through the ranks. So I'll get 2% for my volume 1 downline. So if I've got me here and then I've got John here, I get 2% for John, then I might get 3% for Mary, and 4% for Peter, and 5% for Chris. So it rises up as I get more levels underneath me. Young Living works the opposite. So if I've got here, I'll get 8% for John, then I get 5% for Mary, and I think it's 4% then for Peter. So they work in a totally different commission rate. So, I mean, if you're looking at purely as something that I might sign up a few people, I might see if I can get a bit of commission out of them, then Young Living will be the way to go there, because you'll get more commission for having a fewer people. However, if you're doing this in the long run and you want to make good commissions, then doTERRA might be the way to go, because if you think you can get a lot more people in, you're going to get a lot more commission for them as you go through the ranks than what you would at Young Living. Having said that, Young Living is more expensive, so you'll get higher commissions anyway. The other ways, so that's the rank. I hope that was clear. Have a good look through the post, because I've got diagrams and a bit explanation there for you. But essentially, I sign up, I sign John up, he signs Mary up, I get commissions down my downstream. The excuse me, higher commissions first up for John in Young Living, lower commissions first up for John in doTERRA. Then the commission rate goes down for Young Living and up for doTERRA. That's your difference. You must sell at least 100 PV worth. You must purchase at least 100 PV worth of product yourself in the first to get those commissions, and then they need to purchase their 100 PV each to get the commissions of those underneath them as well. So that's how it works. Now, also as you move up through these ranks, you start to get what's called rank bonuses. Now, rank bonuses, they're fairly similar for both Young Living and doTERRA. So Young Living will do it from about, I think it's about executive through to about platinum, and everybody who's in that level goes into a pool which is 1% of the total sales. Yeah, doTERRA, I can't remember what the levels are, and I think you go in and it's about 2.5% or something first up of the total global sales for Young Living. So if it's 1.5 billion per annum, divided by that by 12, and I cannot do that off the top of my head, but I can give you some figures. So it's 155, 123 times 0.01. That's still $15 million per annum that they're giving out into these ranks. And the image I brought up before showed me what percentages are. So 62% of leaders are silver. So if there's if you've got one share, which a silver person will get one share in that 1%, so one share in the 15 million. So, if there was 15 shares, you'd all get $1 million. Obviously there's not that many. There could be thousands or hundreds of thousands, but you get bonuses per share. The higher you go up through the ranks, the more shares you get of that 1% as a bonus. Now, once you get to the diamond levels, or what they call the executive levels in both doTERRA and Young Living, you go into also another pool, and Young Living it's 6.5%, and doTERRA it's about 3%, or it could be the other way around. And again, you have a number of shares, and your shares can be related. You can earn more shares based on higher bonuses. So we talked about your organisational volume before. So for a Royal Crown Diamond for Young Living, you need 1.5 million PV in your downline. So that's a lot of people underneath you all purchasing a lot of product. So you might get one share or two shares in that 6.5% as a Royal Crown Diamond. If you then take your OGV up to 2 million, you might earn another share. Or if you bring in so many new people per month, you guys might get another share. So you got the option to go up in shares. So you could have 5 or 6 shares by the end of it in that pool. So they're the bonus commissions that you can earn as well. So you get your basic sales commissions, and then the higher you go up in the rank, the higher commissions you get. It's all in the post. Look, I did some very quick sums last night, and I'm not going to bore you with going through and reading them all out, but essentially the differences between the two aren't that great. As I say, I put some projected payment or earnings amounts in the post. Young Living executives earn a little bit more than what doTERRA people do. doTERRA pays higher commissions at that level. So it could be just the fact that Young Living might have a slightly better bonus rank scheme, and the oil's a bit more expensive as well. So, but at the end of the day, regardless of which one you choose, if you get as many people as you can underneath you and you can make the sales, well then you are definitely on the right track to earning that good money. They both have loyalty rewards programs. doTERRA is called Loyalty Reward Program. Young Living is called Essential Rewards Program. Essentially what happens with them is you go into a monthly order, you purchase your oils, and for every oil you purchase, not only do you get PV, but in doTERRA you get LRP points, and in Young Living you get ER points, which is just essentially a different type of points. Now for every time for so many percentage of points you earn, you then can use that as cash back off your next purchase. So when you start doTERRA percentages go up the longer you're in it. So if you've been there 1 month, you get 10% back in points, 20%, 30%, 40%, etc. in the time you've been there. So as you go through, if you order $100 worth of points, you'll get $10 cash back. That's in very simple terms. There is some variations to it, but that's how the programs work. They're designed to try and get you purchasing a standard amount each month to get those points to earn money off of your next purchases. doTERRA's program is slightly better than Young Living's. You get more free stuff. So if you order over 125 PV each month, you automatically get a free product. Normally it's a small bottle, a 5 ml bottle of oil, but it could be, it could be a hand lotion, it could be something new they're trying to give out. Some of them actually have bonus months where you get, you might get 3 oils. I know Nick did a Young Living order the other day and she got 3 oils out of her Essential Rewards for different bonuses. But in general, I think the doTERRA one's slightly better than Young Living. Young Living, you get bonuses again on 3, 6 and 9 months, whereas doTERRA goes up by each month. And as I say, doTERRA seems to trigger more ongoing free stuff, but Young Living definitely has them in there. I haven't gone that deep into it in the post, as I haven't with the rankings and the commissions. There are variations and promotions and stuff that will get you more free stuff. I'd suggest you go back and research. I'll talk about that more in a minute. So they're the rewards programs. Young Living, doTERRA, is pretty much the same. So essentially, and I'm just going to read this from my post because it's easier than trying to remember and explain it to you. I've sort of broken it down for you into what does doTERRA do better, what does Young Living do better. doTERRA's oils are generally a little bit cheaper. They have 1% high discount for members, as I said, so they're 5% instead of 24. They're higher commissions first up, so 20% for 60 days as opposed to $60, although you know you're getting $60 there regardless of what they purchase. Their loyalty program's a little bit better, as I said before. And they have a greater range of promotional kits than what Young Living does. They've actually been very clever, and they'll have it down to a yoga kit or a healthy living kit or a culinary kit that allows the doTERRA people to provide more variation in their promotions and what they're doing. So that's something that they have. Young Living's membership area is a lot cleaner and smoother and easier to follow. The one thing that Young Living has much better than doTERRA is their training promotional tools. doTERRA have a list. You pay for everything. They have business development books. They have how to promote this type books, how to promote that type books. You pay for them all between $9 and $30, and it's very much targeted to the party plan sales operations that we talked about before. Young Living has so much free stuff. It has Facebook ad banners, it has Instagram ad banners, it has link builders inbuilt. doTERRA has a link builder, but you've got to go and find it. It has pamphlets, it has brochures, it has to-dos, it has checklists. It really, really does have... If there's one major difference between the two, that would be it, if I'm being honest. Young Living's material that provides you with Facebook banners, ad banners for websites, Pinterest posts, banners, the whole lot. It's all there, and it's just so easy to pick up and use. They almost have one for every type of oil. So if you're promoting one type of oil, find a banner, load it on, put your stuff and put on Facebook, and it's done. And you can put your affiliate links and everything, your membership affiliate links and everything on there as well, because you've got your link builders. So much, way, way better than doTERRA on that aspect. The Young Living starter kits are cheaper than what doTERRA's are. So doTERRA's probably then more expensive to get into. It's cheaper to join because you just got your $35. But if you want to get into a starter kit, I think it's $1,200, whereas you can get them in Young Living for about $300. So that's the main difference between the two. And as I say in the post, I really don't feel like I've given you a real good distinction between the two, because if I'm being honest, I'm struggling to provide them. Again, if you work for either of these companies and can tell me in an unbiased way what the difference, if there's differences I've missed, please comment below. I would love to get into a discussion. I'd love to add that into my post. If there's some clear-cut things that I've missed, love to hear about it. But if you're trying to decide, what I would probably suggest you do, try the oils. Pick them both up, smell them both, use them both. We actually use them both here. We have a Young Living and a doTERRA account. We run some party studios, so they go in there as well. But the lavender, try them, see how they feel, see how they smell. Young Living's geranium oil is one of the worst things I've ever smelled in my life. Their Northern Lights Black Spruce is one of the best things I've ever smelled in my life. doTERRA's peppermint smells a bit funny. It doesn't quite smell right. But their lemon and orange are, wild orange especially, I think it's wild orange, natural orange, red orange, some orange, is amazing. It's fantastic. So have a smell through, see what you think about them. Use them, see what they work, do some research and see what they're supposedly good for, and try them. That's how I would differentiate the two. If you love one of them, go for it. Check out their offers. I mentioned before that both within the PV, Young Living does PV bonuses every most months. So if you order, say, 150 PV, you'll get some free stuff. Again, I think we got 3 or 4 oils free last month because we bought 180 PV worth. doTERRA do the same thing. For their rewards programs, you can go back and have a look and see what their historical bonus offers are. So if you're looking back through them, okay, well, I think Young Living's had better bonus offers as a doTERRA, or vice versa, that might be something that sways you as well. Or just do both. do comparisons. I can write a post, lavender versus doTERRA versus Young Living. I wouldn't write a post on this because I can't tell the difference between the two. But if you wanted to compare them, if you want to compare the oils, can do ongoing posts on comparing the bonus structure, comparing the rewards programs, all that sort of stuff, and really get into the comparisons and write it down. I mean, I haven't gone that deep into it, but I have seen posts where people have written 5,000 words purely on the rewards program. So that's something you can do. That's it. That's the two programs, as I say, and apologies if you're looking for a clear-cut winner. They're both very similar. I like the structure. I mean, it's not that I like the structure of both. Both structures are sound. They're both solid companies. They both pay their commissions on time. They have bonuses. You earn your PV. You get your organisation, your OV or your OGV, and you can make money. You need to work hard for both. You'll need a website. You'll need to promote, either promoting online or hassling the such and such out of your friends. Whichever you choose to do is what you choose to do. You can do all that. You promote it on social media. Pinterest works quite well for essential oils. You need to find a way that I can convey to you the smell and how these make you feel. Lavender's very good for sleep, and calming. So if you put these in the diffuser, they will help you calm. How can I prove that online? That's where your challenges go. If you do want help with that, have a look at the bottom of this post, and I've got some avenues there that can help you. Free. You can build a website for free and start promoting your essential oils. Okay, thanks guys. Hope that was helpful. Any questions, any comments, please don't be afraid to ask. Click on the like below, click on the subscribe for the YouTube video. Comment below on the post if you have any questions, any comments. Think essential oils are snake oil, think they do work, think they don't work. Challenge me on the fact that I've said doTERRA is better than Young Living in some things, or vice versa. Whichever comments you'd like to make, love to hear them. Thanks guys, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.